Okay, hello and good morning. This is Apocalypse Tours, live and direct from Bangkok in Thailand. If you want to know how I ended up moving here in just a couple of days' notice, stick around after this video. But I do have some very important information for you this morning. Last week I put some videos out regarding the censorship of books, Roald Dahl being edited for sensitivity reasons, and Ian Flemming's James Bond 70th birthday edition also being edited for those sensitivity reasons. But we have some more important news than that coming up for you today. Not only are these books being censored, but your technology is being used against you. Now, I saw things about this some years ago, and I'm a little bit shocked by what I'm reading. I just want to thank, first of all, a big thank you to the commenters on the videos that went out last week, because you guys commenting led me to do a little bit of research, and that's what's brought this up. Your Kindle, your Kodo, whatever your ebook reader is, it's going to be used to censor the books on your device. Automatic updates are sent out if a book ever changes its cover. So, for example, if they ever make a movie out of a book, Kindle, for example, will send out an update, and that will change the artwork, the cover artwork for your book. It also does the same with spelling mistakes and grammatical errors, but that's going one step further now. And we're into censorship territory. So your books are going to automatically update. So, for example, if you've got all the Roald Dahl books on your Kindle right now that you enjoy reading for yourself and for your children, these books are going to automatically update, and those problematic words such as fat, chubby, black, in a non-racial tone, of course, are going to automatically update. Now, this is against your will, because I'm guessing if you're watching this video right now, you don't want this. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, and then I'm going to give you the solution. Hashtag solutions watch. This is not about complaining. This is not about whining. This is about finding solutions to problems, and that's what I'm here to do. First of all, we have to keep a conversation going about this for a little bit, and I'll tell you why. I'm at the mercy of my social media lords and masters, and if I start giving you some of these solutions which are a little bit grey area, should we say, you might not actually find this video. That is censorship. Now, I want to talk about censorship. I'm pretty new here. I'm new here on YouTube. I've only been here about a month. I found myself censoring myself every time I do a video. Now I'm either thinking, can I use that language? Can I say that word? Or can I even approach this issue? And I must say, on a daily basis, I am censoring myself. And I don't like it. Nobody would, right? Why would you enjoy that? I've done some stand-up comedy in the past. I came up with some features that I thought would be pretty funny for YouTube. One was about movies that I watched last night, and the title was, it had a swear word in it. I had to censor myself. This isn't good. Let's take a look at this article, though. This is pretty important. Let's have a read of this, and then I'm going to tell you what the solutions are to the problems. Let me get to the correct tab. So, This is coming from an ebook website. Roald Dahl ebooks being updated automatically with censored versions. Look at that, only 10 comments. Says a lot, right? Owners of Roald Dahl's ebooks are having their ebooks automatically updated with the new censored versions containing hundreds of changes to language related to weight, mental health, violence, gender, and race. This is reported in the UK newspaper The Times. Now, people who bought these versions, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, for example, now have censored versions. Now, I'll explain again the way that works. Your Kindle is connected to the internet. Every time Kindle send out a service update, the books in your Kindle can now be altered. Those problematic words can disappear. What do you think about this? Now, a lot of people have been asking me, where can I buy my books from? What books are safe to buy? What publishers can I use? This goes beyond that. This is down to the actual technology that you use. Now, should you just throw away your Kindle and go back to old paper-based books? Maybe. But, excuse me, maybe. But that's not possible for everybody, is it? It's the morning here. Let me drink some Joe. Damn, that's good coffee. Whew, that's really good coffee. I use a Kindle. I have bad eyes. I can't always read the small print publications. That's why I use a Kindle. Now, obviously, I don't want my books censoring right under my nose. What I do want is full control over what I am reading. Now, I'll be honest with you. I've owned a Kindle for about 7 or 8 years. I've never bought a book from Amazon or the Kindle store. I've had other ways of getting my publications. One of those ways is through a book repository. A free book repository. And you can probably guess that, you know, Amazon and YouTube won't be happy with me talking about this. Now, the books that I have from a free repository cannot be updated. They have no connection to Amazon whatsoever. My Kindle never connects to the Wi-Fi. If I want to add books to my Kindle, I plug it into my computer. I download the books through the book repository onto my computer. Then I manually transfer those books onto my Kindle. Okay? Important. My Kindle never, ever goes online. Never. It's simple. You plug it into your computer or somebody else's computer or a public computer in a library. You can even turn the Wi-Fi off while you're doing that if you're extra cautious. Then I transfer the books. This is one surefire workaround. Now, you can continue to buy books through Amazon as long as you download them onto your computer first. Make sure that Kindle never goes online. That way you're beating the censorship. Another way you can beat the censorship, Freudian slip of the tongue there. Another way you can beat the censorship. Another way you can beat the censorship is to use a central book repository, which isn't connected to anybody like Amazon. Now, I use something called ZLibrary, and I'm going to give you instructions on how you can use ZLibrary right at the end of this video, because if I start talking about that, it might get me into a little bit of trouble, and you won't see this video. You see, this is the thing with censorship. It's important for me to get this information out there for you. But those people censoring the books, obviously, they don't want you to have access to this information. That's why we have to be clever. That's why we have to form community and work together. That way we can beat these issues. Now, if you have any questions regarding any of the points that I'm going to raise in this video today, drop me a line in the comments. I answer all of your questions. Hit me up on Twitter at Apocalypse Tours. You can catch me on Telegram. The Telegram group is created. I'm just working out how it works right now. Once I've done that, I'll post the link in the description for this video so you can get in touch with me directly. I want to talk just a little bit about censorship because I got asked a question which I thought was extremely important by a YouTube user, and they started asking, what's next? What happens? You start censoring books. What is next? Now, when talking about these things, people always go back to the biggest, World War II, and talk about a certain regime and their censorship. And it's very true. You start to censor, you start to let nefarious forces take control. I'm going to give you a different example today because I think this is perhaps a better example, and it's something that isn't spoken about very much. It's almost forgotten. In the country of Cambodia, which is a small country in Southeast Asia, at the end of the Vietnam War, a group of people took over the country called the Khmer Rouge, and that was a brutal communist dictatorship under the hands of a leader called Pol Pot. It led to the death of millions of people. I've been to the country of Cambodia and traveled through it and read about this history while I was there. I've spoken to older Khmer Cambodian people who spoke in hushed tones about this regime. And the most important thing that I took home was that as someone who wears glasses, as a spectacle wearer, I would have been seen as an enemy to the state just because I wore glasses. Because at that time in that country, the enlightened, the educated, the clever people were seen as dangerous to the regime. Probably because clever people could see right through what was going on. Books, music, art was pretty much banned. Everything was censored. Literature was burnt. People were killed. And as someone wearing glasses, I would have been seen as someone who was clever. And that would have seen me end up in jail, in a field being worked to death, or if I'd have questioned things too much, executed. Now, that was taking place in the 1970s into the 1980s, which isn't too long ago. I could give you another example, and that country is Albania. Now, Albania is a very small country in Eastern Europe. It borders Greece. It's just across the ocean from Italy. It's part of a region called the Balkans. At the fall of the Second World War, a communist dictatorship took over and ruled from the end of the Second World War through until 1992. Very similar things happened there. The educated were monitored, jailed, put into forced labour camps. Those that questioned the regime, the same thing happened. Books were burnt. History was edited. Now, I don't need to go any further to tell you that when we start to censor ourselves, when we start to allow sensitivity watchers censor what we read, we are starting to go down a very dark and dangerous road. Unhooking your Kindle from the internet is a small step in you protecting your right to read uncensored literature. But there is a much bigger and more scary conversation that we need to have around this. And I'm not going to have it right now. If you made it this far through the video, I'm a comedian, I'm supposed to be keeping these things light, but certain subjects have to be addressed, and this is one of them. I cannot stress how important it is to push back against forced censorship. If you look through history, go and read the history books this afternoon before they are censored. Go and read about Cambodia and the Khmer Rouge. Go and read about Albania. I walked through the Albanian museums only a couple of years ago and I cried like a baby because I could see so many elements of what happened in that country back then starting to happen now. This is up to us. We are the custodians of our literature, of our lives, of our society. This culture war, unfortunately, involves all of us because it is more than Marvel comics. It is more than dodgy movies being released. It is more than turning superheroes from male to female. It is much bigger. Thank you for listening to me. If you're happy with me making more content like this, please let me know. Hit me in the comments, hit me on Twitter. This is Apocalypse Tours. Some more videos are going up today. I want to show you my local area. I'm in Bangkok, everybody. I'm in Bangkok. This is an ambition come true for me to be living in Bangkok right now. I've been here a couple of days. I'm out shooting film later on. I got a bit last night. I want to show you my local neighbourhood. I want to show you my life. You guys are becoming important to me. I value every comment you make. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care and I'll see you soon. This is Apocalypse Tours. We're out.